Hello everyone, welcome to this another webinar, another video of Braino Script on Beat the number one cause of unhappiness, that is overthinking. I am Priyanka Mishra, founder of Braino Script and a strategic coach on becoming a better person every single day. So with the help of neuroscience, I help people to manage their time, manage their energy, and become the best version of themselves. Today, we are going to talk about overthinking, and I am going to provide with you the tools and techniques which have come handy to me in my career of last 7, 8 years. And these techniques I have helped a lot of my mentees across all the walks of life, and I'm going to share these with you in this particular video. It might feel like you are the only one lying awake at night, dwelling on a decision you made earlier that day or worrying about tomorrow's to do list. But you're not alone. Research suggests 73% of 25 to 35-year-olds chronically overthink, along with 52% of people aged 45 to 55 years. So if you think that you're the only person who is overthinking, you're the only person you're beating yourself around thinking that why do I do so? There has to be a reason why so many people are doing it, right? Overthinking, see, overthinking is again something like confidence, overconfidence. There is a very thin line every single day, you and I and everyone across this planet. We get 70,000 thoughts, right? The quality of these thoughts, they define whether you are thinking in a positive way or in a negative way. And when you surpass that limit and you pick up one thing and you start churning onto it, and you take yourself deep inside a pit from where you feel stuck. That is called overthinking. A lot of us, we do not know exactly what is overthinking. So I want you people to know and understand that when we pick up just one thing and we keep on churning on that one thing for a prolonged duration, even when we are not sure whether that thing will come into reality or not, that is called overthinking. Why do we overthink, Priyanka? Is the question in your mind. I know that, right? Overthinking has got a root in your neuroscience, right? Because human beings are the only creatures who can pick up the things, who can pick up the experiences, who can pick up the education, learnings from the background, take one situation, think about all of these parameters which are playing as a perspective builder, and based on that, we start deciding onto the future. What do you say? Decisions. We start planning for future consequences and all of that. Let me break it down and make it simpler for you. Whenever you reach or whenever you enter into a territory which is unknown to you, whenever you go to a place which is unknown to you, the first thing you start doing is you start experimenting with what data you already have. Okay, so you start mingling with the colleagues there. If you are transferred to a new place, you start mingling with the colleagues. Then you start asking for their experiences, right? Why do you do so? Because this is the way our neurons, they get linked with each other, right? There are trillions of neurons having trillions of connections with other neurons. So this piece above our shoulders, it is quite complicated. And that is why sometimes we do not understand that what is the limit of thinking. Okay, how much should I think? How much is logical? How much is rational? And how much is causing me stress? Right? So the neuroscience of overthinking is based on three basic parameters. Number one is hyperconnectivity. Whenever something happens to you, like for an example, you miss the bus. I always miss the bus. It is because of my bad luck, right? You made a picture presentation along with two, three people and you got rejected. The pitch was perfect, but it got rejected because of me. I do not perform well. So what do? We hyper connect ourselves with each and every situation, each and every circumstance, and each and every outcome happening around us. If any of you're doing this, please dissociate yourself. You're not the center of this universe. Trust me, you're not. Right? So dissociate yourself for a little bit. It is not just about you. You have to find out the real cause. So hyperconnectivity is always connecting things around us to ourselves and using ourselves as a trigger. All of these things, they start triggering you, and that is why you start overthinking. The presentation doesn't go well, you start overthinking, what was my part, why did I do this, if I had said this, it could have gone into this manner. This is the way we start overthinking, right? When you are talking to your spouse or partner, or someone, and you enter into a fight or something, when you close your eyes, what do? If you do that blame game and you trigger it to yourself, you connect it to yourself. This is the first reason, right? The second one is increased amygdala activation. That is, your brain always moves with this microscope which keeps on magnifying all the negative events. And these magnifying glasses, they convert one incident into a universal truth. Okay, so for an example, a girl came to me and in the office she spoke to me very nicely, and once her project was done in which she needed my help, after that she went away. So what would I do if I have this increased amygdala activation? All the girls are selfish. If not, then I'll find out which region that girl belongs to. Like I am from Hyderabad, right? So let us assume that this girl is from Hyderabad. All the Hyderabadis are selfish, right? Do you get me? So what we do, we intensify these negative emotions, and we make a generalized statement, and we feed ourselves with that generalized statement. You know what it does? Once it gets into your head that all the Hyderabadi girls are selfish, the next time you'll meet any Hyderabadi girl, what will you think? You'll think that she has to be selfish, right? Because I know the fact Hyderabadi girls are selfish, right? So I'm picking up this example, right? Not all the girls, neither all the Hyderabadis, none of them are selfish, right? The next one, disrupted default mode network. What it means is that your default mode. For an example, if I create a pause here, right? If I create a pause here and I extend that pause for more than 5 minutes, your default mode gets activated. For a lot of people, this default mode is overthinking and anxiety, right? You have to work on your default mode, and you have to put yourself into present. The only power that you have over anything on this in this universe is in the present. Okay, so you have to find out that what is your default mode, and you have to fix if it is disrupted. Let's tackle overthinking. I hope that you people are carrying a paper and pen, because you will need it and you should use it. I'm going to spread golden nuggets around. Pick up two, three out of the eight things I'm going to share with all of you, and promise me that you'll use these two, three tools so that you can at least get over like 30-40% of your overthinking. Okay, let's get inside. The first one, the problem is rarely the problem. 99% of your fears and assumptions never make up with reality. Let me explain this a little bit to you. If I recollect from my memory, when I used to go to school by bicycle, my mother gave me a very strict instruction that, Priyanka, whenever you are not on time at home back, like it is 2:30, and you know that you cannot reach home back till 2:45 or so, 15-20 minutes late, please call and inform. Okay. You know why? Because one day I asked her, like, Mom, why are you so much strict about this one rule? Because sometimes when I'm playing with my friends or I'm rehearsing for the final annual day or something, I forget calling you that I'll be late by 20 minutes or half an hour or something like that. So why do you panic so much? If I come home after half an hour, big deal, what happens? That day she said that, how would I know if something happens to you? How would I know if you met with an accident? How would I know if you need me? All right. So the first thing, if I do not come back home on time, is for my mother that I might be in some danger, right? This is the same thing that happens with you, me, and everyone. It is not just about my mother, but with every one of us. The first thing that we think of is mostly the negative thing. Why cannot the first thought be that, like, okay, Priyanka is not home till 1:45 or 2:45 or 3? Maybe she's rehearsing, or maybe she's practicing, or maybe she's out with friends. No, the first thought has to be, is she in danger? Right? So this is how our brain works. Our brain always shifts the torch towards the negative, the worst case scenario. You know why it happens? Because you want to be prepared for the worst case scenario. The same thing happens when you want to launch a new business. What will happen if this fails? When you want to change your job, what will happen if I get rejected? When you want to propose to a girl, what will happen if she says a no? Every time, whenever you want to do something, your brain will always feed you with so many thoughts. What might not happen, what is the worst case scenario, and 99% of the thoughts that you get at that time, they never make up to reality. It is just in your head. So why am I telling this to you? I am telling this to you because I want to be that inner voice inside of your head, that whenever you are munching on these thoughts, that what if this happens, what if that happens, she said that about me to that person and it is going to affect my life. Bullshit. Never happened. Trust me. Okay? We think that this entire world is thinking about us, looking at us, finding out our flaws. No one has that much of time. They are all busy creating their own life and they're all busy thinking that what you are thinking about them. Okay, so let us cut the crap and think about the 1% problems which are real, which are genuine, which are rational, which are logical. Rest of 99% of time, your brain is a drama making machine. Cut the drama. Trust me, cut the drama. The more you start talking back to yourself and asking yourself questions that, okay, brain, what are you thinking again? Okay, brain, are you really going to say that? Okay, brain, do you really believe this? When you start talking back to your brain, it this overthinking it subsides. Done that. Okay, I've done that firsthand. I'm not telling you something that I've read somewhere. I've done this practically by my own self. The next one, avoid self-rejection. This is something which I really feel so bad about now. But 5 years back, I was also the same person, right? Before making a call, I used to reject myself. No, 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 my offer is not that good. No, 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 my services are not that good. No, 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 that person is so big, he'll not entertain my product, my services, me as a person. No, no, no. You know what? I kept on doing a big disservice to not only myself but to the people who are feeling changes, who are blooming with me today, right? So I really want you people to please come out of this shell. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? मना कर देंगे, big deal, right? They'll not understand what you want to say, big deal. Every rejection will come to you as a lesson. You will correct yourself, you will adjust yourself, and then you will come again, right? So self rejection is kind of a disease, right? Please do not get yourself into that. I believe in this thing, right? The number of rejections are pre-decided for all of us. Okay, so for an example, for me, number of rejections is say 85. Okay, so in my entire life, I am definitely going to get 85 rejections. Now, this depends on how soon I get those 85 rejections. If I become so committed that I want to take all of those 85 rejections in this one year, 2024, 2025, I'll be a success. But if I keep on saying, no, 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 1 month, one rejection, 3 months, one rejection, half year, one rejection, you understand, right? These 85 rejections will last me my entire lifetime, and then I'll say I'm not lucky. Okay, so I think that I've given you a good perspective to your thoughts, and please use this. Your number of rejections are limited. Finish them as soon as possible. You deserve more, you deserve better. It's your right to create your life of dreams. Okay, and we have this power, the power that has created us, has given us this power to create our life as we want. Okay, so avoid self rejection. The next one, the third one, ask yourself, can I do something about the problem right now to solve it? Whenever you are in overthinking, okay, um, you always know that you are overthinking. You always have an idea, a fair idea that right now I'm overthinking. Whenever you feel that you're overthinking, whenever you feel you're stuck in a topic for more than 10 minutes, ask yourself, That okay, for an example, I'll give you a live scenario. Okay, so um, you I recently presented in front of a big MNC. Okay, so I recently presented in front of the HR of a big MNC, and we were about to do some collaboration and business. After the presentation, the person said that, Priyanka, you know what? Your way of your promises and your way of delivery seems promising to me, but you know what? I don't see a future for my employees in self growth. What happens outside of the office is much or less none of my concern. I want the productivity to be increased inside the office, whatever the discussion was. Okay, it was not positive. I just want to give you that. It was not positive. At night, I started thinking about it, right? Okay, so do I need to change my services? Do I need to work up more on that? Is it actually not relevant to the corporate employees? What is it happening? After 5 minutes of thinking all of these things, which is natural to happen in my head, I asked myself the same question. Can I do something about the problem right now to solve it? Okay. And the answer that I got from the inside was, the only thing that I can do right now is I can leave this comment from this one HR on hold, and I will talk to five more. If I get similar comments or similar feedbacks, definitely I'm going to revamp or redo my strategy and redo my products and service line. But if it is only one, I cannot satisfy every person on this planet, right? So can I do something about it right now? No. So am I at peace now? Once I know that I cannot do something about it, I'm at peace. If I know I can do something about it, I'll go and do it. Okay? So ask yourself this question so that you cut your overthinking drama and you lead yourself towards a logical conversation with yourself. Okay? Moving further, solve the problem in silence when you have time and with paper and pen. The problem is that, okay, fine, let me give it to you in this way. Have you heard it when someone is panicking and anxious and angry and shouting, and people come around and they say, calm down, calm down? Have you ever seen a person calming down after that? No. You know why? Because in the time of crisis, your amygdala gets hijacked. Okay. And once your amygdala, your part of brain which handles emotions, once it is hijacked, it becomes nearly impossible for you to think logically, rationally. Okay. So what I want to tell you is that whatever is happening with you, for an example, your fight with your spouse, when you're not in fight, sit in silence when you have some time with a paper and pen and write down the points you have disagreement with your spouse. Point number one, two, three, four, five. How many points are self-centric? Okay, like A, B, C, D, E are the 5 points on which we get into an argument. Out of this, A and B, if I do something about A and B, the fights can be avoided. C, D, and E need both the partners to come together. So when I am in silence and I have time and I am in a good mood, my partner is sane and having a good time, and we're talking casually, at that time I will put up these C, D, and E 3 points that let us start working on it so that we can have a peaceful relationship, rather than when you are in between of the communication, in between of the argument, and you're saying, you know what, you should start counting back from 10 to 1 so that you can calm down. No one is going to do that, and no one will, these techniques will not help you when you are at the high of an emotion, right? You can train yourself to fight with any problem, but you should sit in silence, you should have time and pen and paper in hand. Do not keep on munching on these thoughts. Use pen and paper. Animals cannot write, trees cannot write, only humans can write. It is your superpower. Use it, right? Moving further, the power of now. Again, I know that you might have heard about this a thousand times, but this is so much important. It is a cliche, but it is important that the present is the present, right? This is the only gift that we have. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, today is everything that I have, right? So please concentrate on now. What can I do now? What is it in my hand right now? What can I do with it? Start from where you are with what you have from where you are. Do not think about कल ये होगा तो ऐसे करूंगी तो वैसे हो जाएगा. No, start doing. You know, scratch something today. I don't care how, I don't know what, but go ahead and be brave enough, be courageous enough to do something today. Because you know what? If you're not doing, if you're not acting, your brain will pretend that it is acting by thinking. And when you keep on thinking, you call it overthinking. Come on, right? And you get exhausted by overthinking. You get so much exhausted that you feel like doing nothing. So grab this now, grab this opportunity and start working on whatever is in your head. Take out a paper and pen, create a plan to do it. The first step, make sure that the first step should be so small that you will do it right now, today itself. Right? Fact check your thoughts. This is my favorite one. Fact check your thoughts, because you know what? Once we start thinking about it, we create so much drama inside of our head that we start enjoying that drama. Trust me, your brain enjoys the drama. Have you ever created this, um, what do you say, revisiting a conversation with someone you had a fight with? She said this to me this time. Next time, if she says this to me, I will answer like this. Yes, right? We all have gone through some similar kind of thoughts. You know why this happens? Because inside of our head, हमें ऐसे लगता है हम ही शेर हैं. But when the real time comes, at that time again we behave the same, because you know what? We have practiced thinking, we have not practiced doing. I want you people to start fact checking your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I thinking? What is it that I'm thinking about? Is it relevant? Is it good? Is it positive? Is it towards betterment of my life or someone else's life? What am I thinking exactly? Once you get the answer to it, the next question, is it true? I am worthless. Some person came to my house and said that Priyanka, you're worthless. Okay, I'm feeling bad about it. How can she say that? How can she do that? I have done this to her. I have done that to her. I will make the entire list of things that I have done to her. But I will not ask myself, is that true? Am I really worthless? If I ask myself this simple question, the answer is no, I'm not worthless. Khatam ho gaya na? Why will I chew on the thought? Right? Comes the third one. Am I the hero or the victim in my thoughts? Very few times we ask this. We love being, you know, uh, being the victim, making people pity on us. Why would we want that? Right? Ask yourself, am I the hero of my story? Am I the victim of the circumstances? What is happening inside of my head? 90% of your thoughts when you're overthinking and you're feeling distressed, definitely you're a victim of the situation. Heroes never be sad, right? Ask yourself this question. If you are a victim, please take a hero leap. Jump from there. Don't stay there. You're not allowed to stay there. You're listening to me, right? Give me a high five. We all are heroes of our own story, our own script. We will jump outside of this. No one is happy inside the pity hole, right? Everyone is coming, oh, this happened to you. We really want that. No, we don't, right? And I'm here to remind you that you're powerful enough to take that heroic leap. Sometimes you do not trust yourself, but my trust on you is bigger than that, right? The next one, acceptance. You know what? This is such a simple word, but we do not understand this. Let me explain it to you how. For an instance, imagine that you want to go out for a meeting. It is a very important day of your life, and it suddenly started raining, right? You look outside of the window and you start saying, ah, it has started raining. Such a bad luck. Oh my God, now it will be all puddles here and there. I don't like rains. For the people who don't like rains, right? I don't like rains. It is all chip chip everywhere. The humidity, I just hate it. This I hate, that I hate. Is any difference going, is going to be created or will happen because of this thought of yours? No. It is raining. It will rain until it wants to rain. Do you have any control over it? Right? Even if you cry, even if you crib, even if you, uh, you know, fight with the God, you say that I have a bad luck, there's that, whatever you want to, whatever you do. Is the rain going to change its mood because of you? That, okay, fine, Priyanka is very sad and upset about this. Today I'll rain only for 5 minutes. No, not happening, right? So what should I do? I should accept. What is the acceptance? It is raining. Yes, it is. What should I do? I should carry a raincoat or an umbrella, book a cab, go to the meeting place, do what I want to do my shit. Right? Acceptance is peace. So accept the things which you cannot do anything about. Accept your imperfections. You look into the mirror and you see that okay, my nose is not in a proper shape, my height is not appropriate, my one shoulder is above the other one. It is a natural imperfection. Can I do something about it? No. Accept it. Khatam. Accept the uncertainty every single day. Tonight I will sleep. Tonight you will sleep. We will wake up tomorrow or not uncertain. We don't know. You will make a sales call. The person will accept or not. You don't know. You will apply for a job. You will get selected. Yes or no. You don't know. Right? Accept the uncertainty. Life is full of uncertainties. You have to be curious about these uncertainties. The problem is where you should be curious, you become expectant. You start expecting, right? मेरा इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा गया, मैं तो सिलेक्ट हो जाऊंगी. क्यों? There were five candidates. What is the guarantee? Nothing, right? I gave my best attempt. I am curious to know what happens to the result. Simple. Accept the uncontrollable. There are so many things which are out of our control. The other person's behavior. You do 100 good things to the other person does not reciprocate. Uncontrollable, right? Accept it. Accept the reality. This is especially for the people who have lost someone near and dear. I know it is painful. I know it is very tough. But you know what? If you keep on fighting with this reality, I wish that person was with me. I wish that my mother, my father, my uncle, my aunt, my cousin, my child, someone whom you've lost recently, if you have, the grief that you carry inside your heart. You know why that happens? Because you love that person so much, and now you're unable to accept the reality. The reality is that the person is no more. Let us talk about another scenario. You had a very good friend once, and that person is not talking back to you right now. The love that was there, that love is no more. Accept it, right? You love a person, for that matter, any person, your lover, your parents, your child, your sibling, anyone. You gave your 100% to that person, but you're not getting any reciprocity. Accept that is the reality. Okay. So once you accept the reality, it is so much liberating, right? You get to do what you have to do. The next one. Health starts in your mind. True health is in a peaceful mind building quality thoughts. The bottom line of this entire session is I want you people to do a quality check of your thoughts. What is the quality of the thoughts that you carry? How many times are you sabotaging yourself? How many times you're demeaning yourself? How many times you're disrespecting yourself? How many times you are just doubting your own capacity, your own capability? How many times you're just mistreating yourself? Stop doing it, because we are put on this planet with a purpose, right? um I don't want you people to start digging into that purpose thing right now. It is altogether a different topic, but right now, whatever you're doing, try to be the best into it. Be so good in becoming the best version of yourself. Like, I want to become the best version of Priyanka. God has given me this body, two hands, one mind, one kind heart, one beautiful mind, right? I want to give justice to this appearance of myself on this planet for the temporary time I am on this planet. Okay. So my genuine effort every single day has to be that I want to be the best version of myself. I want to do justice to my life, right? I want the same thing you to do also, because if you're so much engrossed into developing yourself, you know what? Number one, rest of the things will start falling at place. Trust me. If they're not falling at place, you will stop caring, right? You'll stop caring. Do your thing right. The only uh, reason about overthinking, the biggest reason about overthinking is underacting. You're not acting enough. You're not taking enough actions. You're not doing enough things. You're not executing your plans. When you do not do the real task, that is the time you want to compensate thinking about it, right? So I know I did a little overtime as usual. Thank you so much, everyone, for keeping up with me till now, watching this entire video. I hope I have added value to your life. And thank you for your time and attention. You can share this video with your loved ones whom you think this will benefit, because we really want people to curb their overthinking and be more productive and do the real thing that they want to do in their life. Follow us on all the different social media handles. Thank you so much for your time and attention.